Today's show is brought to you by Fiverr.com. That's the word 5 with 2 R's after it.com. Fiverr is a site for freelance work. You can hire freelancers to do a variety of things for you. You can be a freelancer on it as well and experiment with the site to see whether what you want to be doing professionally outside of the rat race, outside of your full-time job, is viable. It's basically a site where they'll do the billing and collection for you and pay you once they've received the money. In addition, if you want to hire people like I do for book editing, transcriptions and such, very inexpensive, and I've had very good work for me. So again, it's Fiverr.com. You can use the link in the show notes. Frankly, you'll get a good deal from it if you do that. Now, let's get going. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 2084. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Monday. Can't trust that day, I must tell you. And I'll just simply say it was a lovely weekend, gorgeous where I am. And I've been vaccinated, got both shots, feel good, and no issues with it. My area provided me with a double Pfizer, in February, and feel fabulous. And I'm still being careful. And if you're vaccinated, I hope you are as well, because there's a lot that's still unproven. So today's show is one where I answer a question from someone about whether it's normal that someone has to accept the offer before getting the offer in writing. Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show, because it does make a difference in how Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all the other services that it comes out on recognize the show. And we want other people to discover it. Which reminds me, would you please forward this onto social media? Just forward it on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. It helps other people. And with that, let's get going. If you're going to start a business for yourself, a side hustle or an actual all-out business, it's important that you set yourself up the correct way for tax purposes. Incorporate.com, great service. I used it myself to start my business many years ago. It will allow you to set up a C Corp, an S Corp, an LLC, or a nonprofit all through the web. They'll answer questions for you. They're not legal experts. You should have one of your own, but they make the process of setting up a business very easy. So use the link in the show notes to go to incorporate.com. It will help you a lot. And we'll be back in just one moment. And someone wants to know whether or not it's normal for a firm to insist upon you accepting the verbal offer before giving you one in writing. What I find in the U.S. is yes, it is normal. Why? Because you're asking them to do something extra when you might not want to accept the offer anyway. So understand they were also concerned, and this is the bigger of the two factors, they don't want you taking the offer letter and start shopping it around to other people unless you're prepared to say yes. As a result, they've got two reasons for insisting upon this. And you have the opportunity, if the offer letter says something that contradicts what you've been told verbally, to turn down the offer. There's no real commitment until you have the offer letter, because the verbal offer is not real until it's in writing. So don't worry about this. If you want to say yes to an offer, do it. And then say, before I give notice, I have to get a copy of the offer letter because that's my protection. And they'll send you one. Now they'll send it by email as a PDF or some other way in order to confirm the terms that you're being hired under. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, I've got a lot that's in the show notes that will help you. Go there, take a look at some of the things I highlight. I know it can help you with your search. But I want you to do one thing for me, and that is put in your phone thebiggamehunter.us Jeff Altman, my name. And when you need help, when you need advice, when you have a question, come over to the website, go exploring in the blog, contact me for coaching or because you have a question. I'd love to help you. In the meantime, I hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great! Have you been struggling on your interviews? Are you not getting the results that you want? My course, my book, my Kindle book, The Ultimate Job Interview Framework, will help you dramatically improve your performance. Now, if you'd like the course, it's a video course that I offer through Udemy. You can order it at thebiggamehunter.us or as a paperback or Kindle book on Amazon. What the course will teach you is really very simple. The best question to ask on an interview and when to ask it. How to answer the question, tell me about yourself, far better than anyone else would ever answer it. In addition, you'll be able to tell stories that connect the dots with the interviewer about how your background fits the role and be able to ask questions that are going to allow you not to step into the minefield that you've been in too many times before in your job search and in your career. So again, it's called the Ultimate Job Interview Framework. It's available on Udemy. That's udemy.com. Or you could go to my course directly at thebiggamehunter.us/interviews. Again, available inexpensively as a course or as a paperback or Kindle book on Amazon. Now let's get back to the show.